What's up, guys? It's your most love-hated Kaiju Power Scaler here, King of Godzilla, and today we're back with another video, and in today's video we are doing a different video. In today's video I'm here with Drop a Draco, aka Mint. Yeah, we're all good now. And everything. Yeah. Today we're doing a Beyblade fight, which is 5 from Beyblade vs Turbo versus Lain, a garbage character. Well, he's not garbage, but like I don't like him from Beyblade vs Surge. Anyways, Mint, go ahead and start us off, because you said you think Lain wins.
Hold on, let me call this dude a racist one more time.
Who?
He says that One Piece beats Dragon Balls.
Oh my God. Who said that? Ain't no, some dude just said One Piece beats Dragon Ball. They got a screw loose in their head. And I don't what? Oh. Oh yeah, never mind. Yeah, I do have a few screws loose every now and then. He ain't beating Goku. Composite One Piece character one shots the Dragon Ball Z fighters. Go cry about it. Oh nah, bro. Oh my God. Invited to that server, bro. Nah, I'm gonna make a video on that server on those stupid people. That's worth making a video on right there. Since when did you ever send us that? What was the name of the server? Omega's Underlings. I don't ever remember you sending me that video. Or not video, the server. I'm in the server, alright. Just gonna tell the dude that he's capping. Alright, anyways, man, can you start us off on why you think Lain beats Fi?
Alright, sure. So, which versions are we using again?
2 rounds. Okay. Actually, when you really think about it, there's 4 rounds. Cause there's Variant Lucifer, there's Lucius Endbringer, there's Revive Phoenix, and there's Dread Phoenix. So I guess 4 rounds.
Hey, is this a debate?
Yeah.
This is a debate, right? Alright. So, is anyone judging?
You, I guess. You're the only other person here.
Hold on, I have an idea before we begin.
Hey, hold up. So, there's 4 things. 4 rounds, right? Yeah, 4 rounds, okay. Oh, yeah. Wait, yeah, we should probably get someone who actually watches Beyblades. Let's see, let's see if the kid with rabies is up for it.
Well, I was gonna just give it if whoever had the
Oh, hey,
better
Churros is on.
He doesn't know Beyblades.
Bro, I bet you, bro, Churros.
Oh, no. He doesn't watch Beyblades. Don't let him.
Yeah, I know he does. I'm just saying, Churros is probably like join the VC or something. Like, hey, can I be judge or something?
Oh, first you would be the first person to say that Churros is fucking on.
Hey, I have a second monitor. All right, it ain't my fault.
Dude, and I have one, and I'm noticing like 3 seconds after he got.
I mean, I minimize my OBS studio, okay? Alright, anyways, let's turn on the background, man. What are you watching?
Brainwave.
Alright, so man, you gonna, start us off? Alright, go ahead.
Okay, so are we just using the first versions of each character
we're gonna start off with the first versions of the Bay, Revive versus, Variant.
Okay, so, to begin, Lane's Bay is far more advanced than the Turbo Bays, and it is implied in basically every series that, like,
the new generation is always stronger.
Yeah,
But
sadly.
I do like to point out, just because he has a better, not like necessarily a better bay, but like more so like an evolved bay, doesn't mean that he has a well, I mean it kind of does mean that he has a better chance of winning. But y'all, if you remember back in the Turbo series, God Beyblades were able to put up a fight with the Turbo Beyblades, cause cause Volt beat Silas in the world title match 3-2, so Silas was able to get 2 points off of him, and then in Beyblade, or sorry, and then Garuda, like the one that what was that stupid kid's name? It was like Hoji or something, or Hojin.
Oh no.
Not Heijin, but like the kid was like part of the Bay Club. He basically he had like a blue version of Maximum Garuda. Anyways, that was able to put up a fight against what's it called? Z Achilles. And also, if I remember correctly, Treptune, like in terms of real life, it's actually a God Beyblade, not a Turbo Beyblade. And Toko was actually able to win a battle royale against Suo, Fubuki, Ranjiro, Iger, and like a few others. And he was able to beat Iger, or did I say Iger? Iger in a 1v1 a few times. So yeah, there's that.
Alright, so the thing is that the turbo bays are like they're like way more unevolved than the current bays are. Like the God bays were closer to the turbo bays, which gave them a much fairer chance compared to what's currently going on with whatever the fuck the new shit is, like lightning launches or something, which Lain is consistently able to pull off, and it has been
And he's even
shown.
powerful enough to shatter his launcher twice.
Yeah, he consistently shatters his launcher just because he puts too much strength into the launch
Which
instead of.
apparently he doesn't do what he's supposed to do. He doesn't
And
listen to his advice.
if you'd like me to give a little bit of a calculation, the launchers are capable of tanking the explosions that come from the base clashing. And so that means that Lane's physical crushing strength would be stronger than the actual base.
Yeah. Um, I
And
also just want to point this out. There's a couple upcoming videos. I was gonna say Shin loses to every single one. So last night, me and Min, we kind of found out that Shin gets wrecked by Beyblades, the
And man,
Beyblade humans,
to be honest,
Pokemon, and Pokemon humans. So Shin's kind of garbage.
I mean, if you know anything about Shin at all, you'd know that.
That he's weak. Yeah, so also even the freaking Beyblade Stadium can tank Shin's attack. Actually, wouldn't it technically? Okay, Min, correct me if I'm wrong, but wouldn't the Beyblade Stadium technically come down to a stalemate against Shin because you can't technically deal damage to Shin? Can only just
if
attack.
Shin tries to step on it, he will hurt his toe, which will still technically cause
Fair.
damage.
All right,
Let me
Mhm. Yes,
all right.
really.
Anyways, continue on with your with the lane stuff.
Okay, so even if we ignore the evolution gap that would give Lane a clear advantage, his physical strength should scale far above that of Fi's, which gives him another advantage. Not only this, the lightning launches are consistently shown to give amps to the actual bay, considering Hyuga earlier in the series was capable of beating Silas when both of them had lightning launches. But when only Silas had a lightning launch, Silas easily burst Hyuga in a single attack.
If I remember correctly, Silas, it was like mentioned like one of like the episodes he beat him like 800 or like plus times.
He beat Hugo 333 times in a row.
Dang.
This was like episode 2 Hugo, though, so.
Yeah, he didn't even have lightning launch. Hikaru kinda had a lightning launch. Not really though.
He could use it a little bit, like he got it off against Vault. That was about it.
Mhm. It wasn't until like episode like 2 or 3 that when he was able to do another one.
Yeah. Alright, so this gives Lain multiple edges above Phi. Although an advantage that Phi does have
Is
is that
intelligence.
that and the fact that his flare thing is far, more passive than Lane's is kind of has fear manipulation. If you watched his fight against that wild dude, when he looked at Phi and he saw like his
Oh,
aura. Hmm,
that sounds hella familiar. Wait, where did I see
it
that?
should sound familiar. It's like from Hunter x Hunter and make
Oh, the
fear.
Wyvern? Wyvern.
Alright, so continuing on. This fear manipulation probably wouldn't work on Lane since he has fought people far stronger than Phi. Phi's intelligence shouldn't really help him considering Vault and Hikaru are objectively smarter than Lane in battles, yet both of them have lost, and even though Hikaru usually wins via prep time, even though he had prep time, he still needed hella help from Hyuga to beat him. So,
They are twins after all. So it's
yeah,
even stated in Beyblade that Hyuga was able to grow stronger because Hikaru was there for him, and same for Hikaru. Hikaru because
yeah,
Hyuga was there.
yeah, this was in like episode 25 in which this was stated, so.
Yeah. Is that
Alright,
all
but
you have for Lane?
no, I have more. Lane is a good character. He just has a horrible design. Like I don't know who
Horrible
designed.
design and plot.
Yeah, I mean, like
The plot,
he
the
doesn't
whole
really
plot
have.
of Surge is trash. He either
Well,
bursts or breaks Geist. More likely that he broke it, and then he evolves Fafnir so he can beat him,
Why?
but never beats him at all. Just never.
Why, is, why does Lane look so fucking extra?
I
Looks
don't
like
know.
looks like
You tell me.
looks like a werewolf that went percent.
Yeah, he does actually. But the whole free losing to Lane and then evolving his base so he could beat Lane's
And
plotline.
then still losing.
Yeah, there is really nothing onto that. That was literally just them trying to hype up Lane to show like, oh yeah, this guy's
And
a big
literally
strong dude.
no one even likes Lane as much as like the other main characters, like the twin, Shu. Definitely not Shu.
Yeah,
Everyone like just loves Shu. Like they hype him up a bit too much.
he was hella overrated, but he's a good character.
And he has good plot. Like he has like the most consistent plot, in my opinion. There's also Bolt.
Ah, so he's an edgelord, I see.
Yes.
Yep.
Consistency in Beyblade is very hard to come across, since most fights just end up the way they do because of plot reasons or some shit.
Yeah.
Alright, so,
Is that all you have?
no, I have another thing, bro.
All right.
So, Lane's Vexing Wall, can deplete, that dude's stamina much easier, then he'll be able to deplete Lane's stamina. And then even once he gets rid of the shield, Lane's Bay still keeps most of its stamina, so he can just win a stamina battle against Phi.
Mhm. Yeah.
And
Um, I do want to mention this one thing about Lane. I think it's so dumb that when he was fighting Louis, you know how like you taught him to like pay attention to his opponents, so, like he can like learn like their strategy and stuff, right?
mhm,
He does that one time against Louis, and then just never like uses his brain in a fight.
sadly.
Yeah. I
Honestly,
said that that'd be a very good feat for him, and like that would, and like it would have better reasoning on why he actually starts to win like more battles because of his intelligence, but no, he just wins because of plot. I mean, you can at
Yeah.
least give like a semi decent reason.
Hey man,
What?
we need to talk about some DBs next day.
We can talk about that later since we are currently discussing how bullshit Lane is
Yep.
yeah. Alright, so I mean like Louis definitely should have actually beaten Lane there.
Lane, yeah. I feel
There
like
was so there was
way too early for Louis to be losing to Lane. Like I feel like it makes sense in the Legend Festival, but not like first battle and then Louis never beats him again.
yeah, that was actually very annoying. But Louis definitely should have won, not because of plot reasons or anything, but just because it's actually pretty damn easy to counter Lucius. Or Lucius.
Lucius.
I've said so.
Either just outspin him or break through the barrier, which we saw. It's not the easiest thing to do, but it's possible.
The easiest way to win is just to win a stamina battle, or just push him out of the stadium, which is what Louis should have done.
And that's what
But he's
Iger would have
going,
done, but no plot reasons are like, nah, Lane's just gotta
yeah,
regain his barrier.
that was so bullshit. Or
That was though.
you know what's so fucking annoying about what actually happened? It's the fact that the entire time when he had the little wall thing, you could have just like jumped up with your bay and hit him from the top, and that would have like hella countered Lucius. But none of the characters did that to like the last two episodes when he didn't even have the wall anymore.
All right. All right.
It's like,
I also want to quickly mention this, but okay, this isn't more known. This is more necessarily a feat for the manga because the manga, everything's different in there from the anime. For example, in
I don't
Turbo,
know.
instead of Iger breaking, Valtryek, Valtryek broke the Achilles. Anyways, my point is in the manga, Lane was actually so broken because of plot that every single legend, and I'm pretty sure it included Phi as well, all teamed up against Lain.
Bro, what? That is hella plot armor right there.
Yeah. No, literally. And I'm like, when I heard that, I'm like, nah, that's just too much.
Beyblade characters with plot armor could probably beat characters millions of times stronger than them.
Bro, dude, they'd probably beat freaking Goku.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
God.
that's very annoying to think about. It's like
Beyblade
plot armor.
versus Goku plot armor. Who's gonna win? Beyblades.
Beyblade. The plot armor in Beyblade is so fucking annoying, but the show is still entertaining for no reason at all.
I think it's more so just because some characters are cool and some fights are actually decent without plot.
Yeah, the Vault versus Shoe fight that happened in, I think it was episode 24 or 25 of Surge. That was a good fight. And then the final battle between Lane and Shoe versus Hugo and Hikaru.
Yeah.
That was a good battle as well, since it wasn't just the
All I
two.
remember from the fight between Shu and Lane and Hyuga and Hikaru is the Dragon Ball moment where they literally turn into like it's like freaking Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
Like,
but
flying
You do
around
that?
and shit. And I'm like, what is this Dragon Ball all of a sudden? What is this?
yeah, that's why the fight was cool. It's cause like it didn't just show the little toys clashing, it showed like a
It showed
little
them like actually
thingy
like
about
wanting
it.
to win.
Yeah, and like Lane cracked the ground or some shit and caused a shockwave that knocked Hugo and Hikaru
Actually,
away.
hold on, that's a valid scaling right there.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Someone run a calc on that, please.
We can
I don't want the Beyblade humans can beat Shin.
I mean, we already established that their AP should be
Far
around
greater
golden
than
level.
Shin's, and they're freaking humans.
Shouldn't they blitz him too?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they do.
pretty sure it was stated that the bays were like the speed of light somewhere. Can't remember
Wait,
when.
really?
Yeah,
Oh my
somewhere.
god. Well, that's
It's
fine.
also implied that Dante is or it's like subsonic speed since he's shown moving faster than the characters can actually react multiple times.
Dang. All right. Well,
Alright,
Beyblades
so
are now officially the most OP thing in the universe. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. I also do want to bring up another valid point. So you haven't watched any Quad Drive episode yet, right?
no, I just
Okay.
know that Louis got his ass kicked in the first fight against somebody.
Actually, no. I'm pretty sure Louis actually won that fight.
Good.
And he beat Bell when he had his perfect gear like 50 plus times and stuff like that.
Damn.
Yeah, because Bell's stupid. Anyways, my point is, in episode 4, Volt with Brave Valtryek, he hasn't upgraded it yet, or not upgraded, evolved. He was able to beat Bell, so therefore
Interesting.
proving that even if your Bay is evolved, it doesn't always give you an advantage. So that's just something I wanted to bring up.
Alright, but it's the problem here is that the turbo bays are like way lower than what the lightning thingamabobers
Yeah,
are.
yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, my point basically is that, just because your Bay is evolved doesn't mean it gives you an advantage all the time.
I
This is my
see.
basic,
Wonder how Hyperflux would have influenced Surge.
I prefer Hyperflux over Flare, cause everyone has a Flare, it's just your Bay's resonance and how much you want to win.
Yeah,
That's like
Hyperflux was
and that's
such a
every
cool
single
idea.
character.
Yeah,
Literally.
Hyperflux was such a cool idea, but it was only used in Rise, which kind of made me mad. Like, I would have preferred that over the lightning launches or the flare thing. Because, I mean, like,
In my
that's
opinion,
kind of
Rise
lame.
had decent plot, but I feel like there's just something about it that I don't like about it. There's just something. And I don't know what that something is.
I feel like Rise progressed a lot faster than any of the other
Yeah,
Beyblade
I think
shows.
that was
Like,
the main problem. And also,
yeah, cause, like,
I remember because they took away like a bunch of main characters. They took away Louis. They took away Free. Shu didn't even appear.
yeah, a lot of characters just kind of didn't exist. And they brought Iger in just so he could get his ass kicked by the main
By
antagonist real quick.
Delta, the dude who owns Prime Apocalypse.
Delta can burn in hell for all I care. He is not a
True.
good antagonist.
I don't like him at all.
Neither do I.
I was actually thinking of doing a fight. That fight, Manic. It was actually a fight I had planned to do one day. But yeah. So, is that everything for Lane?
Yeah, I can currently think of yes.
Okay. So, I do want to note some things about Phi. I don't exactly know who's faster, but I think Phi shows more consistent speed feats than Lane does.
I'm pretty sure that in the final battle, Lain shows speed feats that should far surpass what Phi is shown, and it's somewhat consistent as he did it in like one or two other episodes. It's not like too consistent to the point where it's like 100% valid and can't be debunked or anything.
Yeah. Another thing that helps Phi out in this battle. Also, how many points are we going to? Like first to three and stuff, because depending on the points, like it could actually determine the battle.
Yeah, we'll just go first to three.
All right, yeah, that's what I was hoping. Yeah, so that should give let's just say for example, Phi loses one of the rounds. He has already gathered up a pretty decent amount of information about Lucius, so he will know how to like counter him and stuff. Well, I mean, like not necessarily like counter him like fully, but like have like a better chance against him. Also, his gimmick of Phoenix, it's so unique compared to some like Lane has never fought something like Phoenix. Like he's never fought a Beyblade where it has two armor, like where it has like where it has an outer armor. So I feel like Lain would have trouble with that. And also and like
Probably would.
yeah. So also like I mean, this is more of like actually no, I'll say this for when we get to Dread Phoenix. But what's it called? Revive Phoenix should have the same capabilities as Dread, just not as powerful.
Well, yeah, that's basically the case for all the bays.
Yeah. So technically, you know that you know like when Fi was battling Iger and like he kind of like hit the edge of the stadium and flew like back up into the sky with his armor and everything. Like
Wait,
I feel like
I have a question real quick.
hmm
When when Lane fought Shu for the second time, he told Shu he wanted to go. Whoever would burst first would be the loser. So are
yeah.
we doing whoever bursts loses is and like ring outs don't count, or are we just gonna do damage?
I feel like for right now, let's not include because I feel like it gives like either one person an advantage or a disadvantage because of
That's
how
true.
like because of like how the system works for the limit breakers. It's like it's not impossible for what's it called Fi to burst Lucius. It'll just be a lot harder for him to burst Lucius than Lucius being able to burst Phoenix.
That's true.
But yeah, so the armor would definitely give what's it called Lane trouble, and we saw what the armor could do. It can replicate what's that move called? Drag gravity. Like where it like traps like a bay in like a circle and like they slam against like the wall or not the wall like the bay, but in this time it's the armor instead. So he could do that, and that will definitely weaken Lucius's stamina quite a lot. And also the fact that since Dread Phoenix was able to like dive up and dive up sounds wrong. Like he can like dive into like the sky. Well, more like you know what I'm trying to say. Like he would it would, I cannot talk. He was able to
How do
fly
you,
up into the
how do you
sky.
dive into the sky?
I know.
What?
I'm like wait. I'm like that doesn't sound right. Anyways, if Dread Phoenix could do that, Revive can do the same because Revive is basically Dread except weaker. So, and as we saw with like what Shu could do, you know like when he did World Whip, right? Or yeah, World Whip, and it kind of like destroyed the barrier, right? Because he attacked from above, right? Right, Mint. Yeah. So I feel like it could work out, not necessarily destroy the barrier, but it would have like the same effects. He would have like a greater source of power if you're like to hit him from above, and then that would like either possibly destroy his barrier or drain all of his stamina, and then he wins via survivor finish. So that's just some possibilities for Phoenix that I wanted to say. So yeah.
But the problem is that Lane physically will be multiple times stronger via the lightning launch being an evolved bay and a couple other factors, including just physical AP feats such as crushing the actual launchers. So the likelihood of
Numerous
any of your
occasions.
the likelihood of any of your win cons actually being the case is
I mean,
rather
it's
low.
likely, but not consistent.
Yeah, Lane probably wins like maybe 6 or 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Okay, so you want to move on to Lucius Endbringer versus Dread Phoenix, I
No.
think it
Now
is.
we're gonna move to Dread versus Variant slash Vexing.
Uh,
You can start off. Oh well, actually no. It doesn't matter if you start off because we already heard all defeats from the previous battle.
mm-hmm.
So Dread is just an upgraded version of Revive. It's faster, stronger, and shown better feats, obviously, because it's an upgraded Bay.
Mm-hmm.
And that would give like now that it's evolved, it has slightly more of a chance because we agreed on it only being a 6 out of 10 win. So if it's only 6 out of 10 win, if five
6 out of
evolve his
10 or
ability, he has
7
a
out of
better
10.
chance. 6 out of 10 or 7 out of 10, either one of those. But now Fi's Bay is capable of a lot more. Well, not necessarily a lot more, just it's more powerful. And kind of like what I said, he can use his armor to his advantage, his stamina, and also just because he's so much lighter, he should move faster because force equals mass times acceleration and all that.
Pretty
So
sure if he sacrifices actual AP just to be faster, which once again would give, Lucius an edge again. Lucius still does have an edge since he should have superior stamina versus, Fi.
yeah, but the thing is like with the armor, like we saw like a hard enough hit, it'll either a hard enough hit or out spinning him. It'll slowly like drain the barrier away. I'm very
Lucius,
confident Phoenix can do that. Also, not to mention, Fi has a pretty good resonance with Phoenix. Well, I mean, he has a bad resonance, but it's good. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of like that. And technically, resonance is flare, so
hmm
he technically has a flare as well. And it's also more so just who's more devoted to win.
I'd definitely give that to Lain.
I mean, to be fair, they both want to win. They both Fi broke like what, like 4 or 5 Beyblades. Lane broke 3.
Yeah.
So Fi.
Lain broke, Lain broke
Fi wanted
less
to
just
win and destroy. He even said he wanted to win and destroy every single Beyblade in existence.
Lain didn't really care about destroying bays. He just wanted to win, and he would do anything in his power to achieve this, which is why he mainly agreed to train with Shu, and then he did use some of the things that he learned.
Yeah. I mean, there's also this statement. Because what's it called? You know how when Iger was like had his dark resonance, right?
Yeah.
Like he was only devoted to win. That resonance that Iger had is the resonance that Fi had, because Iger just like copied uh Fi in his resonance. So
hmm
you can technically argue that because Iger only wanted to win, didn't care about anything else or breaking anyone else's Beyblade or anything. You can technically apply that to Fi, and you should because it's relevant.
Alright, this is true, but I have another argument. A much stronger Iger than the one who actually beat Fi was barely able to get rid of Lucius's barrier, but even then he still lost, albeit via plot reasons.
Of course, I mean everyone lost to him because of plot reasons. Main characters, of course, win the fight because they're the main characters.
Yeah, honestly, I was so happy when Lain beat Hugo at first. I was also mad that Lain won the tournament.
I think we all were. Like, dude, okay, just think about it like this, dude. Like, they could have had an epic rematch against Iger versus Volts, but they chose not to. Like,
Yeah,
Surge could have
that
been
was
so
complete
much better.
bullshit.
Surge could have been so much better. The plot could have been so much better.
Surge had so much potential, but
And it
the
was
animators
wasted.
wasted it all,
Yeah,
just trying to make Lain look overpowered as shit.
exactly.
And then they realized that they kind of fucked themselves over and Lain was too overpowered, so they had to or give Shu into blading so Shu could beat his
So
ass.
he can freaking beat him, and then only for him to lose the next battle against him.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting. But then basically every other fight beyond then, Shu beat Lain.
Yeah.
So,
But yeah, so
yeah, is that
we can
everything?
call it 50-50 on this one.
Yeah, this one is probably 50-50, but I'd
Because
have to give Lane the edge just because he's fought a much stronger Iger than Fi did.
yeah, I mean, I'm obviously going for Frog because I like him better, and he's the character I chose, and also just because he's cooler and has a way better plot than Lane.
That's true. You know what the hell happened to like the big four or
Oh, the
whatever
Big Five?
from Turbo? No, from Turbo. The
Yeah,
big
it was the
five
Big
was
Five.
from Evolution.
No,
No,
it was the Big Five.
Evolution had
No,
the big five.
actually,
Evolution had the
let me
big
think for a second.
five. Uh,
Oh no,
whatever.
it was a Turbo Five.
Okay, I'm tripping.
It was like Turbo 5 or Turbo 4. One of those.
I think it was Turbo 4 because Rise had like the something 3.
Oh wait, no. Okay,
Like,
wait, hold on. So there was 5 in the Turbo 4 or 5. There was Lavon, there was Xavier, who else? I'm trying to remember all like that, like the relevant characters. Cuz they're not relevant anymore.
sadly.
Uh I need to search up.
Yeah, it was annoying. I'm wondering what happened to them because, I actually really like them, but, they really didn't appear after Turbo, sadly.
Yeah. Okay, so no, I'm not. No, I searched up who was a part of the Turbo 5 and Beyblade. You want members as a Beyblade were Surge, bruh. No one asked. I didn't ask for that.
Damn, bro.
Who has a crush on
Surge.
Volta? Oi, what are these questions Google's giving me? Oh no. Okay, yeah, you're right. It's the Turbo 4. Phi, Xavier, Laban,
no.
and Hyde. Oh yeah, Hyde. The dude no one
Uh,
likes.
uh, Hyde was basically Phi if he was a lunatic on drugs.
Hyde is basically like the early version of Lain.
For
Cause
real.
he won like every battle against Tiger up until he evolved.
Pretty sure I liked High more than
I
I liked Lane.
I agree. I like Hyde more than Lane. He had better plot as
Yeah,
well. Also the fact that he was tamed with
Lane,
Tiger. I also
yeah,
just like the history between Phi and Hyde. Cause Phi's like, you know that Iger is mine to toy with, and yet you still chose to toy with him. And then he just proceeds to break his Beyblade. Like,
yes,
dang,
that was
bro.
pretty crazy.
I mean,
Lane,
if I was in the anime, all I'm saying, I would do that to my younger brothers. They don't deserve
damn,
Beyblades. Like,
I'd do that too.
they're weak.
Lane isn't really like a good antagonist. He's just a strong antagonist. There's
A
no
strong
reason to
antagonist
really
with
like
garbage
him.
plot. Well, accent,
Yeah, he,
garbage plot. Yeah, but
yeah,
good plot armor.
he's basically just like Majin Buu if he didn't have good writing.
Yeah, that's
So
kind of
what?
like the downfall of Surge.
Yeah, so you want to go on to like their final form
The
things?
final forms. I
Yes.
just realized, okay, when we were doing this, I'm like, should I include first Uranus? And I'm like, no, because he has like 0 feats besides him beating Geist, which Files also did.
Geist Fafnir might be my favorite version of Fafnir. I
It's
don't
almost,
know.
here's the thing. Now, in terms of real life, it's not that competitive, but it looks so cool. I love the gimmick of like the dragon heads. I love Absorb breaking the anime. Oh my god. I
Absorb
love
Break was
it.
hella W.
It's such a W. And then there's
When
Throw.
Free lost,
Well,
when, when
technically it was still in Surge, it was just nothing break. But Absorb break
yeah,
it just sounds cooler and everything.
yeah, nothing break sounds kind of gay. I'm not gonna lie, but it's like when
Nothing break. Okay, you're gonna break nothing. Interesting. Very
yeah,
very
bro.
interesting. I would love to see you break air.
You know,
Absorb
I just
break.
realized.
You're breaking something. Okay, never
I
mind.
just realized that Free consistently loses to the main antagonist and says that he's gonna get revenge, but he never
It
does.
never does. I mean,
Like he lost to
he was close. He was close against Fi. He was actually quite
yeah
close.
when he
And
lost
then
to
until
Fire,
Fi
yeah.
abused his armor, and he was like, "You will now fail."
Do you think Mirage Fafnir could beat Fi?
Hmm.
Like Fi at his strongest.
Okay, so there's two outcomes: yes and no. There's yes because Free has already battled against Fi before, so he kind of knows the capabilities. But I also feel like that no one remembers Fi anymore because in Quad Drive, in like episode like 23, there's a dude named Felix. He's basically the knockoff version of Fi with Phoenix. And
Damn.
you want to know what Vault says?
What?
Like he looks at the armor. He's like, it looks like it's gonna have some interesting twist to it. And in my head, I'm like, you really gonna forget about Fi, the dude who broke Shoes Bay, Freeze Bay, Iger's Beyblade, and like two other Beyblades? You really gonna forget about him?
Yeah. You know,
I'm like, Turbo wasn't even that long ago.
Rise kind of did Fafnir dirty. They gave it to
Rise
some like
did Fafnir dirty.
they gave it
Hey,
to some
could y'all speed up the debate? 'Cause I'm
No,
trying
no.
to.
I mean, yeah, if you
yeah, I
don't want to
mean
listen to this, you can just leave. I'm
on
having fun
God.
with this.
Huh?
I'm having fun with
Yeah,
this.
they basically just gave Fafnir to some guy who looks like a circus clown.
Who said I didn't like?
Yeah, no one cares about him. No one likes him.
Yeah,
Who?
bro.
Oh wait, why do I have to leave?
He
Because
basically
you're telling us to speed this up, and we're like we're probably not going to speed it up. So, I mean,
What does that have to do?
anyway, let's just go into
I don't care.
Lucius and
We'll
versus
judge ourselves
let's
fairly.
just do Lucius Endbringer versus whatever the hell
Red
five
Phoenix,
from
and
performance.
then now we will do Prominence versus Lucius and Bringer. Prominence
God,
wins 10-0.
cat. Alright, so
I
as
mean,
for my arguments, this version of Lucius was able to knock Shoes Bay out of the arena thingy-mabobber like 11 times before he burst him.
it was like Fi versus Iger, except none of them were getting burst. It was just Fi
Yeah,
knocking in, out spinning Achilles, and the kind of same thing with Lucius, either out spinning or knocking him out. But now,
yeah, but
okay, I do want to ask this question. Now, I think we all know that Lucius Bringer has a stronger defense than Variant or slash Vexing, but I also feel like Vexing has like comparable durability because no one really could really break through the defense barrier besides Shu
besides for
and
Iger.
Iger. Yeah, those are like the only two characters who like were able to like consistently break through it. No one else
Yeah,
could.
but even then, Lain has that plot armor, so he got his stamina back up, and his shield back up.
Yeah. Also, if you really think about it, the limit breakers only activate after a certain number of clicks, meaning you need to be strong enough. So
To
when you
actually
think about
survive.
it, he kind of has a weaker defense than
Put your
Vexing.
thumb over your mouth. What was that sound?
What?
Who knows?
It's made a pop or
But
something.
the thing is, this Lucius Endbringer, he just doesn't have the shield. As for overall and balance, it is still much higher. Man, can you fucking
Yeah.
hit yourself?
Uh,
Jesus, man.
I just want
Jesus
to say this.
Christ.
Huh?
If this was a
I wasn't even saying anything. What?
if this was a real life battle, the outcome would be very different. Vexing Lucifer would get obliterated because it sucks your right spin because of its barrier gimmick in real life because it's made of rubber and it can't spin steel because it's not going up against an opposite opponent. So he would lose immediately. And Lucifer,
I
at the end,
don't know
has
shit about
a decent
IRL
chance, but
version.
drift is too, what's the word? Too wild, crazy.
Anyway, so,
Hold on, I'll be right back. You keep
alright.
talking.
Jesus Christ, this has been going on for a long ass time.
I have
Mhm.
no idea.
Yeah, sorry, I guess I just misheard my mom. I thought she called me.
Alright, so,
Alright, wait, I can continue with your Lucius stuff.
basically, here, Lucius gets way stronger, as Lucius should technically scale to the actual AP of Lain, and Lay using his ultimate thingamabobber was capable of like destroying a large chunk of the ground and
And the fact that
causing
it
a
was made from frickin' lava.
yeah, and caused a shockwave that could blow away Hikaru. Not to mention, as you said, uh, this version of Lucius was like dunked in lava for extended periods of time before actually
Yeah, there's
being
not like
modified.
a confirmed time it was in there, but like we can estimate maybe around like a few hours at least.
Yeah, a few hours of lava at least.
Yeah, so
So that should be some pretty decent durability right there.
yeah. Hold up. Before we continue on, I want to counter his his what's it called? His limit breaker gimmick. So the gimmick is when if you're strong enough and you can like move the thing after a certain number of clicks, it activates, right?
Yeah.
Or it's just a hard enough hit. Period. We saw that Shu was able to activate it just by slamming him into
Doing.
the wall. And
Okay.
Fi should technically be able to do the same thing with his armor because the whole gimmick of Turbo was that the Beyblades were metal. And I'm pretty sure some Beyblades from Turbo are heavier than Lucius Endbringer. So, and Fi was able to do that consistently, like knock around multiple Beyblades, like Geist Fafnir, Turbo Horizon, Achilles. Like he did it on a consistent level.
Yeah, while this is the case, Spy has never shown AP feats that would be capable of stopping Lane's durability, which should scale far above
Well,
Spy's
I mean, there's
AP.
the fact that he creates fire when he launches.
This is true, but fire is objectively not as like strong as lava is. It's just more versatile than lava is.
Yeah.
Wait a goddamn minute, how the fuck did Lane get a pot of lava
That's true. Where did he get
underground?
that? Was it just lying around somewhere? He just has that on. He just has that on standby. He's like, ah, yes, my pool of
Mm,
lava. I've been waiting years to use this thing, and now I can finally use it.
yeah, that's a question I have. Like,
Like,
how the hell you just get a big ass pot of lava underground in an abandoned facility?
I know, right? It's so weird, and I never really thought how weird that was until you mentioned it.
Yeah,
And I'm just
and
like,
I didn't really think of
wait
that
a
either.
minute.
Blade, what do you expect?
Oh, I can't. How did this slip my mind? I'm so dumb. I am actually so stupid. I don't know
See,
how
what
I
What?
forgot this.
are
Remember, it stated that, in like one of like the early Turbo episodes, Fi's Beyblade is made of a meteorite.
Yeah, I remember this. Like the
I totally
actual,
forgot about that. So that's some
but
pretty
the
cool scaling.
actual, but the actual rock from meteorites aren't particularly powerful or strong. It's
Well,
what makes
it all comes down to the size of the meteor.
just
what
made up?
actually what actually makes meteors strong is how big and how fast they can actually enter the atmosphere and just crash into us.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We don't have. It never really, shows that. It never mentions how big it was. It never mentioned how it could destroy the Earth or something. If it could, Fi would like one shot Lane. Actually, objectively,
Yo, hold.
if that was
I just
true,
had
the
an
whole
idea.
Turbo era would be stronger.
I had an idea. Okay.
Hmm.
So, did they just like harvest the meteor, or did they just straight up fucking destroy the meteor?
That's a good question. I mean,
Because like
okay.
if
I personally want to go with just the better scaling, so he has a better chance. So, which one do you think would be like the better scaling?
probably the just like harvesting the meteor.
Yeah. All right. So
No, but
let's just say
going
Phi.
via this,
Hmm.
going via this, going by or god damn it, going via this, Beyblade Burst Turbo could scale to planetary.
Wait,
It's a
really?
possibility.
Because of the
Yeah,
meteor.
yeah, it depends on how you think it was. Like, if the meteor was big enough that it was
Oh
gonna
my
bust
God.
the planet,
We got planetary Beyblades over here. Time for legendary versus Beyblades now. Oh Jesus
on God,
Christ.
no,
Why are Beyblades getting more OP every single second of the day?
Oh,
What are you listening to?
his last
I just hear laughing in the back. It's like,
laugh is the
Manic, that
that's the
shit was
average anime
terrible.
character laugh, bro.
it's true though.
Well, Louis has the best laugh in Beyblade. You cannot prove
Louis
wrong.
has the best laugh.
I know.
Change my mind, and you can't. If you think
I know.
otherwise, your opinion does not matter and is not valid.
I mean, you could debate
That's
on it.
true.
No,
Yeah, so,
there's
it's
no
true.
debate. Louis just has the best laugh.
That's true.
Okay. This is off topic, but I just want to say, in my opinion, Evolution had the best plot.
Uh,
Ooh, I wish that's kind of debatable because like Turbo and Evolution were objectively like the best of all the Beyblade series so
Yeah,
far.
yeah.
Why is his why is
Turbo
his
had
plot just
also
progressed
really
too
good
fast?
fights, but mm, I just like to like there were some characters that I feel like needed a better plot. Like Iger and his Dark Resonance. It was pretty good, not that bad. I mean, every
It
character
didn't
had
last that
solid
long though,
plot. I mean, heck, even Shu had good plot, and he only appeared for like less than like 10 episodes.
sadly.
Sadly, I I already know like every single Shu fan out there is like, why didn't he appear more?
Okay,
Listen,
so
I get y'all are Shu sims, but like y'all gotta chill out. Just because he's your favorite character doesn't mean he needs to appear in every single second. Like I like Iger, but like he's not in Quad Drive, and that's all right with me. I'm not gonna
he's
go
not.
crazy about it on Twitter and be like, why is Iger not in Quad Drive? Well, this sucks.
Damn, bro, that's crazy. So like y'all, you just want to go on a fucking judgment now?
Hold up. We didn't even finish talking about Lucius Embringer versus Phoenix.
guys,
Hmm?
guys,
Hmm?
I'm
To be
so
fair,
sorry. You might disagree with this, but I honestly think that Metal Fusions has the best design.
that's true.
Characters
I
That's
and
I do need to watch Metal Fusion. Where can I
wait,
find
yes,
it?
the
you
fuck you do, bro. Yes,
wait,
you
wait,
do.
wait,
Is it
Manic,
The
on like
best
Manic,
YouTube or
out.
something?
Will, shut the fuck up. Manic, do you mean like character designs or bay designs? Or both?
Uh, Mostly character designs, but some of the bays do look pretty cool.
In
I
terms of character
Mercury.
designs, I would have to give it to
Burst in
like
my opinion.
both just because of
Because like they have
that's my
Louis, they have Free, they got Shu, Vault.
What I like
All
about
that good stuff.
fusions though is that they're more grown. They're not just kids.
Yeah.
they're also skinny as shit, bro. Have you seen that man? Bro needs to lift
Right.
weights like Stylus does.
I mean, uh, look at Ryuga. He's a very. I'm pretty sure isn't he like one of like the top five like strongest like in the show? So I know he's a very
Uh,
popular
Um,
favorite.
Alright, so you want to get back on topic? Cause like
Yeah.
I'm trying to play a video game, bro. I just downloaded the online Beyblade game again.
I've been playing like 4 rounds of TDS ever since this thing started.
Damn, bro.
Oh, bro, I'm on a grinding. Alright, let me join. If you're
No,
in there.
no, I'm just by myself. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, let's get back on topic. You can finish with your Lane stuff. Okay. BRB. Manic, what do you want to talk about while he's AFK?
Our future debate: show versus legendary.
Which I will turn that into a video, because I had that on my mind for like the past like 2 days.
I'm trying to.
I have a lot more.
I'm,
I have more videos to do before that.
I'm trying to debate though right now. So
Okay. I mean, I'm gonna take legendary. He's probably gonna lose, but I just like legendary more. I prefer to go because like
what? Quick debate.
it's kind of like what I'm doing with 5 versus Lane. I like 5 better than Lane. That's purely why I chose him. Also,
Yo,
the
man.
Beyblade is just better. Not in feats, but
Me?
just better.
Oh, me and Will were talking about what kaiju we should use to debate each other
Uh-huh.
after.
Uh-huh.
What should we use?
Let's finish this. This video is almost
Oh
an hour
no.
long. It's already 56 minutes.
God damn. Okay, so my final argument is that Lane just AP stumps and durability wipes before he can do anything serious. As via the lightning launch and being much more evolved, he would be much stronger physically and would be easily able to burst Phi. There's my main arguments.
Alright. My main argument is that Phi he can spam like Dread Break and then just like either outspin or just dodge a bunch of Lucius's attacks. He can I mean before he can even burst, Lucius has to just get past the freaking armor, which isn't the easiest task as we saw in Turbo. It actually was very hard to do.
But,
So
but characters who are definitely much weaker than Lane were capable of actually bursting or destroying the thingamabobbers. And Lane is way stronger than them, with
yeah,
plus a bunch of.
my point is like even if Lane gets a strong enough hit, he still has to get another hit, like to have a chance at bursting Phoenix. Cause like if the hit's strong enough, which it probably will be, it's gonna knock off the armor, right? But it's not gonna burst Phoenix, giving Phoenix like more time to outspin or try to think of a strategy.
He can simply just vexing wall the first barrier and then
We're
just
talking about
barrage.
Endbringer. We ain't talking about
I know,
freaking
I know. He still
vexing.
has vexing. He has vexing wall and endbringer or some other ultimate that
Alright,
isn't final
alright.
limit breaker that he's capable of using.
With and Final Limb Breaker is too. Here's the thing. In real life, it sucks. It doesn't do anything. In real life, like it just sucks.
Okay, but we're not talking about real life because I don't know shit about real life Beyblades.
This
Shut
is
the
real
fuck
life
up about it.
Beyblades. Lane would get
Whoa, wait, where do
legit
real life Beyblades
stomped.
scale?
Real life Beyblades,
They're,
actually,
they're Walmart toys, bro. Where the fuck do you think they scale?
I mean,
Oh, that's no, the
they can
metal
cut
ones.
human. They can make me bleed, so they should be universal level.
Bro,
Oh
I
my
had to go
god.
to the hospital once because of Beyblades.
When you really, when you think about it, real life Beyblades are actually not that, are actually quite strong. They're able to put dents, they put dents in my wall before. So,
Damn,
how
bro.
much metal they
A
have.
Beyblade sent me to the hospital once at school because some kid was being retarded. And he set his bay at my eye.
I shouldn't be
Dude, a fucking my neighbor this kid in my neighborhood shot a Nerf bullet in my eye. He said, "Oh, his dad came in the room screaming, and he said it was an accident. No, the fuck it was not. I saw him. I saw him aiming.
how does shooting a Nerf bullet at someone into the eye is an accident?
Remember that memory? This was years ago. I remember it very vividly.
Oh, that's
He did it on
funny.
fucking purpose, bro. Saw him.
Damn.
He was like, hey man." Ain't no way that was on accident.
Call of Duty Warzone be like.
So what's your final arguments, Will? Because I'm trying to play Beyblade online.
Fi will either speed, not necessarily speed blitz, but he can spam like Dread Break. His armor can like disable the final limit breaker, and then he can also go up into the sky like what in the fight like what he did in the fight with Iger. And he can use both
Okay,
the armor and and like the main Beyblade to do that. So
okay, but none of
and the
these
final
really
limit breaker
work.
kind of becomes like just irrelevant when that happens.
Okay, but
That makes sense.
none of these work when Lane is like at least 5 times stronger than what
Yeah, but
Phi is. Phi would,
that's one thing I do want to know. Throughout each generation, how much stronger are they than the previous generation? We know that they're not crazy more powerful, at least in the first few episodes, because Quadrive, freaking a Sparking Bay could be an evolved Dynamite Beyblade.
well, I mean, like, I'd assume that they get like maybe 2 times stronger,
Yeah,
maybe like
that's what I first thought,
1.5
like two,
times.
like either 1.5 or 2 times stronger.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Anything
thinking.
higher than that, it's kind of crazy.
And then if we assume that it's 2 times, then Lane's Bay would be 4 times stronger than Phi's. And if we use the 1.5, then I don't know math very well, so it's like
1.5
2.5, I
times
think.
2 is 3 times
Like 3 times
1.5.
stronger. So it's either 3 or 4 times stronger than
Yeah,
5.
which isn't that insane of a gap if you really think about it. It's not that big of a difference as
Uh
I
huh.
originally
3 to 4
expected.
times stronger is not that big of a difference.
Hey, I mean, like when you compare it to Sparking Bays beating Dynamite Beyblades even when they were evolved, I mean, they can't be that much more powerful than that.
I mean, like, it takes a certain amount of time to actually get stronger. Like, you can't just make a bay out of a fucking nuke and
Yeah.
assume that
Like,
you can beat
hold on,
everybody.
I totally forgot about this feat. Revive Phoenix and like Revive Phoenix like should be like 2 times stronger. So this is like an evolved version. Uh the Revive Phoenix was able to create a freaking explosion that covered the whole stadium. And also, just to mention, the human characters were fine. Yeah, they were just saying right there, like, oh no, I'm perfectly fine.
The characters are always, for some reason. So you want to just go into judging now? Will,
I'm
are
sorry.
you
What
alive?
were we saying, Mint?
You just want to go into judging now? And, like, it's probably been an hour by now.
It's actually been 1 hour and 2 minutes.
Alright, so I was right,
That's quite
bitch.
long. This is like my longest video ever, actually. This is longer than the
Okay.
Godzilla tier list, which I need to do a rematch.
So are you satisfied with this debate? Are you alive?
Sorry,
Did you die?
okay, I had to grab something.
Alright.
Was something I missed?
No, I was just asking if you want the judging to go now.
Yeah, let's go and get the judge. Okay, hold up. Before this happens, I already know that Manic is choosing Mint. Because Mint, or not,
No,
sorry. Manic, no,
let me
no,
talk,
no, no, Manic,
let me
don't even
talk,
say it.
let me
You
talk.
always
Shut the
choose
fuck
Mint over me. You choose Mint over
up.
a lot of people.
Oh,
And
hey,
don't say
Will,
you
you
don't,
actually,
because you do.
you actually tried. Give
I
arguments
know.
here.
Wow,
Just
it's
ready.
so surprising for me to actually try. Oh my god,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah, dude. Actually, no, you always try, but you not lose.
Never lose,
Every
because sometimes I can't get either the correct evidence
debate me
or say
right
my side
now.
right.
Debate me right now. You will lose 100% right.
That is the show over legendaries for a video.
Or any. You down to record it?
Not right now, because I need to edit this. Just like some of
So,
the
like,
intros and
Manic,
stuff.
who the fuck wins,
Also,
bro?
by the way, this fight was suggested by me,
Yeah.
so
Okay, so
I
who
suggested
wins,
my own
Manic?
fights.
Manic, tell us who wins,
Alright,
please,
so
bro.
from what I heard, who does Mint have again?
Lain.
Lane has Lane's AP is apparently way stronger in his ability.
Yeah, purely because he can. Well. Okay, so in terms of AP for Lain, are we talking about like human Lain or like Lucius?
Well, Lucius should
Cause
have the same AP
well,
as
not necessarily the same, but should have relative.
yeah. Oh yeah, and when I'm speaking of should or is ignoring the lightning launch amps, which to one shot somebody, I believe you have to be at least like 7 times stronger or some shit.
No,
So
no,
what?
no, no. Manic.
7 point.
Didn't you?
It's a low ball.
Something like that. So this would mean that the lightning launch amps 7 times, which
Well,
is
if we're using a highball statement, and I feel like if we use 7 times stronger, that's just uh a bit
5.
too OP.
Possibly.
what? Alright, so just judge now, please.
Manic.
He has it.
Who?
Not doing anything, bro. He's proved. Hey, ooh, why didn't y'all
Manic,
ask? Why didn't y'all ask for scans?
I
Manic, you're
mean, there's not
dying.
necessarily any scans.
We're not
If I'm gonna
asking
be
for
completely honest.
scans because we would have to turn on a fucking TV and go to Netflix and take pictures with our
Yeah,
phones.
legit though.
That's too much work.
I,
All right.
and they're not necessarily, and
I
no
mean,
one does interviews about which Beyblade is stronger between which.
well,
No,
can't you
no
just
one does
download
that.
Netflix and just
I have
You have
Netflix
to
on
pay
my. I
money
have Netflix on
unless
my
you
phone.
remember your
I just
Netflix
don't feel like
password.
going through every single episode to find the one thing I'm looking for.
On God, though.
And plus,
Because I mean,
I've watched every single Beyblade seasons at least more than twice. The Turbo and like Surge probably like more than 10 times. Probably a lot more.
bro, holy shit, bro. Evolution got taken off of Netflix.
Bro, that thing got taken off like a year ago. It's probably getting
Bro,
worse sooner.
what? I
That
watched
thing
it
got
like a
taken
year
off a
ago.
long time ago.
That's cat, bro. I was literally watching it a year ago.
I just said yeah, it was gone a year ago.
It was not on a year
Before
ago. I
2020,
watched it a
maybe
year
like
ago.
a few months before 2022 started.
Probably.
But yeah, so
I watched it like the middle of
I
2020.
mean, I kind of expected to lose this fight. I purely suggested it just because I like Fi, and Lane's a decent character, and also it actually it was actually decently close for
So,
a
who did Manic,
much more
who,
evolved Beyblade.
who did Manic still won?
I meant
you did.
Alright, good. Alright, so let me know if something interesting happens. I'm gonna go beat the ever living potato doodle bobbers out of 3-year-olds on an online game.
on what
Oh,
game? Uh,
can we debate real
Wait.
quick?
Hey, hold on. I didn't end the recording, so let me do my outro real quick. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see all you nerds in the next video. See ya.
That was fun.